Yesterday, I am so surprised. My respectable colleague, he made mention that he couldn't even hear. He couldn't hear. He couldn't even hear that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke about job creation, and then he said any initiatives. But if you know, if you are able to tell collapse banks, and people who was unemployed, you cannot say that. But even Mr. Speaker, with determination. Yesterday, I am so surprised. My respectable colleague, he made mention that he couldn't even hear.
Honorable. International Women's Day. Enra one of them.
Enra is Sunday. That was Saturday. MP Millicent Amankwah and Martin and Cancer Oguswa. Most of them was young people was Untumina. Working cabinet of Bonnie,
honorable bro,
member of Parliament.
You're born a basso, you're turning.
Basubowi,
you're born a
Basubowi.
Why
now have Vima, no, did you know? You see, I dare not unim to say me. Now one will be who say, oh, Brofono dear, I will be Casa near dear. Santi Ajman Picoya or candy tree, come, or cabro for Casa, come, but or candy tree near dear. But all had the way all boku fuadwechi. So collapse bank.
People was honorable. Everyone will come.
You see, so
yesterday I'm surprised. Nah. Enye why aje? Say wa ma yatenenka e wo mrahye bi. Eye pa. Ye be say yetima nenka. Nti yatenenka le wan. Ai.
Na ya omonto omobu asenso. Na omu ehunu se amembu enye nkwada Asem so ho na wasori agina o nine so floor of parliament ebeto amane ekufuado yeso no no aye niam boni okurum ase ya ewura ababawa wani age a obeka den na ensem no na we so ekoso we so koso o parliamental so na ahmete
mututu muyi carried they even pushed him aside. What I saw, and I'm sure the videos will confirm that, his table and his mic was forcibly taken out, and I heard the chief whip. The chief whip was the commander-in-chief of the chaos and the violence. He was directing them what to do. Muntutu Muyi carried.
Oh, we didn't see that in the video, that the chairman's microphone was taken away. Who took the microphone, the chairman's microphone away?
Even though I was seated here calmly, I could see and hear all of what was going on. And he said, Muntutu Muyi.
But you can't confirm who took the chairman's microphone.
I would need to refresh my memory on that.
Okay, because we don't have on record.
Yeah.
And that is our Foreign Affairs Minister, Okujeto Ablakwa. Lying. These are the people of more every year. On one NDC need to be say yeti hane ye hu se obi ka say untutu anaye tutu na hwan le tuye wote wan say afi na obe refresh memory
ai atro ne de wan refresh ene de buy e buy ya.
You know why I must start to say? I'm telling the public say finance minister budget or dey ba no atro e be say 80%. Na mo de ye ka no be kan sa agro e be wi na obo hu de ntia me start anope e de free ha atro e be say 80%. A political party ya to abawie na ya switch from campaign about governance. Now obekasa grow na yedi. So a house of records. This is the guy I'm on or represent here as foreign affairs minister.
Calmly now who the course na chief whip no NS wo mu tutuo mu
ma correction quick Sunyani West rather enye who West.
Okay, Sunyani West MP. Okay.
Kwa ku be correction ma na wa no ama ko.
Sunyani West MP.
Yes.
Ana na ye tie ne brofo no.
Yeah.
Na de ebo ni sese de honorable Kujeto Ablakwa.
Yes.
Committee Mr. Speaker eti yeso wo munye hwehwemu wo de sie wo mrahye bedwemu no na wakotena wo mo animu. Enti de wo hunu ye no anko na hunu de wo hunu ye no wo ba be kan. Eno wo say ono no te hodi so de ekwoso nyina na ni tua na minority chief whip no na ehye wo mu kutupa se wo mu tutu wo mu mubu wo mu nyiyi na wo mu yi Mr. Chairman in the microphone ena papa ne se enya bo che twen
ono na member of parliament
se ono bo bedra no
yeah
ena o si twen na yeti he ya ye nyina ye wa he ye hu so obi afa Mr. Chairman microphone ti hwan na yi microphone no o se ne dia age se me koro he ma dwene mu anza na ansa na makai adey
dia baby e do no
adey at this time you are the number 1 diplomat of Ghana no you are still lying why
pepe
moye
pepe
mo man no
the finance minister nyame ya adom so ochina ho
ochina na budget
no ba so afi ne yetie sikwa mu na wahye ase e de enema bi gugu akwa mu a yese wako edwom akobusa
honorable me enura me hu se owo yi makola ne o kanshi those areas no and those markets no woni adwadifo no edidi nkomo omo expectation wo budget ni mu ne say adwadi ekosai me hu se na omo bo na baso se we die se finance minister chiesi dwomu pa na obekenkan budget na wo se adwadifo mo so mu hu ne say die omo kan wo mani a ono aboban redu nyame fa ne krensie penso ene omo hu bibi se free ho de omo nya hu bibi asenti omo bo na baso
okokobusa wo mansa na obe budget na awie na okobusa wo mu
ene no so ni asem no ono abo budget de se minim so omo awie enti na na okoye no ebia no last minute ni ama bibe him
last minute na de no wo hase no abana ya edwumfo na economy hwe economy bia gina ne nan so wo no ma home traffic light ase omo tonsuo ono ma etoto kokko emayi a oduru Madina market ya omo wo form so hu ne se omo dwane ebumia na fa economy no ekoye nti se wo ye budget na wa nika nko omo ha nkwa hwe ne ayekoso na fe na for the cameras opesi hu se we atoforcing na fe no akwa anyway bia na wadi kan akodada na bia mema hu wo so wanhu na sa fe no okodia
na meme hu video
ora ba redu na omo ka no ono dia
no akodada nka media for ne dia ye news dada
mo ora ba redu na okoko wie ansan wa ba be ne budget ono kra de no ye 24/7 ewo 24 ma na kantamantoni ade tambi ono omo na eti ho enti before so be budget no na enema no egunanim dada na NDC onom ka kire sese uhunu abrichi a wosi na ntwie no so ohun ade a ekoso se no kure se ukọ ho na ukobisibisa wo mo ne wo edi ho nkomo ansa na ba be budget na let's see how it goes in fact waka se wo hwa enema ni bi wo ho no mo a oyi free taxes ni mo a enye yie saa na enra na oni media no one mabunu kasa wo ye x no odi tudwa se taxes ni bi ho a rationalization bebem said ye ora mahama ekaye no nti ye hwe ani mu se nyame ya adoma ochina ebetumi aba na bibia ayekama na se obehwe eba se MPP wo mo ewene power na so mo ba do mo take off ya na dodo no ahya ase wo mrahye badwafie especially committee a ehwe na watoto ma no ya na ho na ya na ehya ase pa ohwe the chairman of the committee na ohwe one ne ranking wo ma yonko fa e committee na nim questions wo mo busa proba ekoso ye makwan ma obi aka na sem we no akwaya sa say ye shielding ni pedi so ho ye shielding wo mo tumi ka ma nominee ebusa chairman say chairman asem wo be person me yi ano ana say wo person me yi ano na ebisi ye ntiewe
Chairman, I will stand by. I will not ruling the questions. I will not you are not going to
you were whimsical.
Any dance.
You were whimsical and capricious in the way You overruled my motion. I will not withdraw.
You do not demonstrate any dance. This is not a demonstration for. This is appointment committee. So I insist that we withdraw the word that I'm being whimsical and capricious.
Chairman, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry.
That was the chairman of the appointment committee and rank and minority leader Afenyomaa Ken near Ekoso Ewo no. Wo sa bantana Ekoso na wo say ye pese protect nipa bi san se wan hwe ya na akofa nsem e dia ba. Sa niema no sha ase pe na eko into governance. Na eko ewo niema yo a ye ba yo aboa ama amemu papa e wo senka ye nyina na ye nsatumi ka no etimi ekoso enye wanwa se atroa kese ena ni ashase a ekoso ba ni nyina mu no ehwe a eye kama na ne eto dwa na no eye owura abuginapo na so wode beto dwa fa eye aban mu mpanimfo ene owura mahama ensema hodo a wode ato dwa ena afi nso so nipa a wapa wo mo se womo enye presidential staffers abna se wo kai sa asem no a
me kai pa honorable on se aben yansa na obeba no o ka kire ye nyina se o the lean government na ebeye adwuma eno nti se ministers ne omo deputies kra de eye aduosia ena ode omo beye adwuma enti obi ehwe ni mo se eno beba na ye ka se lean government honorable enye ministers nko adwuma ye fo obefa womo wo watena ya ono omo beye adwuma nyina na omo ka government na ho enti se minister ho no watwumi abon homodin na se aduosia no ana akakra na so a adenti ena wo be
se emu aduosia mienu
adenti na wo be fa kwan foforo so na wo di nipa no nyina be kwa kogu watena ye all in the name say ministers in the osho say system no system na so
nti o
ma honorable kan the honorable nipa no a ya obubu wo mudin sa no omu nyina so status no te say minister pepepe enti ye ko ya na se ye ba
that is the NDC so ho na meba okay.
Then Mahama has formed arguably one of the biggest or largest governments in the history of our country as it relates to the cost on the national exchequer. But why do I say this? Take for example, the president has appointed Dr. Valerie Soya as senior presidential advisor in charge of government affairs. Her rank is a cabinet minister who doubles as a member of parliament. So her salary, her emolument, conditions of service, everything to do with her office is at the same rank as a cabinet minister who doubles as a member of parliament. The speaker is appointed a presidential advisor on economy, appointed presidential advisor for 24-hour economy, presidential advisor in special aid to the president, presidential advisor on national anti-corruption program, presidential advisor on diaspora affairs. The speaker, he goes on to appoint presidential advisor, presidential staffer, and special aid to the vice president, presidential staffer for Black Star Experience, and then presidential staffer for diaspora affairs. Then he goes ahead to appoint 5 policy advisors to the vice president. The speaker, he tells the country that he's appointed a minister in charge of agribusiness, and yet he's appointed director at the presidency in charge of agriculture and agribusiness. My good friend Peter Buama Otukono. The speaker, he says he will not appoint deputy regional ministers, and he appoints 16 presidential staffers in charge of the 16 regions of our country. The speaker, I want to submit that these presidential staffers in charge of the 16 regions of our country, in essence, as it relates to the cost on the national exchequer, are in fact, indeed, and in substance, deputy ministers of state. The speaker, he then appoints, listen carefully, please. The speaker, he then appoints 1 presidential advisor on media, 4 directors of communication at the office of the president, 5 deputy directors of communication, 2 communication specialists, 5 technical communication assistants, 1 media aide, 1 assistant media liaison officer, 1 communications consultant. That we have done the mathematics, and I want to submit Mr. Speaker, I've done the mathematics that I want to submit, and I do this not from a partisan lens, but I do this as somebody who had the privilege and honor to serve as Deputy Chief of Staff. I know how it works. In terms of the cost on the national exchequer, the president has appointed 100 ministers and deputy ministers.